Check. Check. All right. Hold on a second. We
bringing it back to the 90s.
Check. Thursday night school.
Hey.
All right, y'all. Check. What's up? It's Thursday night school. It's your boy DJ Spider the Don, the boy with the fucking
it's all good.
The boy with the haircut, looking fresh.
Hey,
pardon my language. I'm so excited for this haircut.
Hey,
you see how rough I've been lately?
Hey, it's all good.
You've been witnessing.
I've been clean. I've been doing it for me, bro. I've been doing it because you can't do it.
How you gonna let me be on the air looking trash? First, you supposed to call. We can't be on the air because you're looking messed up, bro.
The thing is, bro, I'm real. I'm gonna get real if you want me to get my opinions.
Let's stop.
I'm gonna be like, you need to iron your shirt. You need to make sure that you got
I need to leave.
got the lotion on. You know what I'm saying? Like
now you're getting a little too personal.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, of course, I'm here with my host, my co-host, my brother, DJ
Trini D. They call me Trini D. This is Thursday Night School. Thank y'all for tuning in. What's up, y'all?
Man, what's up? What's up, everybody? Of course, we're going to be getting people to tune into the chat.
Yeah.
Of course, it's been a interesting week to start. You know what I'm saying?
It's been interesting, man. For everybody that's in Orlando, it's been started off a little bit cold, and then it got real hot again. Real quick. But we had a nice little cold front. It's been kind of nice, but it's been real smooth in hip hop. We kind of in that Thanksgiving kind of low November kind of area. People just chilling. So, couple big issues coming out. A couple little trending issues in the Twitter games that we can discuss.
Of course, we always need to discuss something that's always popping and pop. Something that can be also used to understand what's going on in the greater world. Right?
Absolutely.
So, outside of what Trump's doing in the White House, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Outside the impeachment stuff, there's stuff that we're dealing with every day, and
absolutely.
Unfortunately, our brother T.I. has been how do we say? Struggling.
He's losing a lot of his reputation points. Like, I got a lot of rep for him. I still love T.I., but
we both still love T.I.
But the cancel culture is real in 2020, and they coming out for T.I.
The knives are kind of out right now.
Yeah, he's on the edge right now, man. Fill them in a little bit on what happened with
all right,
Mr.
so
let's
clear it up. Let's paint the picture, if you will. Kind of paint the picture.
All right, shouty.
Hey, wait. Anyway, I know that's not T.I., but anyway, T.I. was on a podcast. Let me get the name of the podcast for you. But he was recently on the podcast. This is Ladies Like Us is the podcast hosted by I don't know her name, and Nadia.
All right.
It's Nazanin.
Okay.
I don't know if you can pronounce that 5 times fast, but I can't. I can't pronounce it once. But while that, he was on the podcast. Of course, it's a ladies' podcast. It's talking about dating, women's issues, different things like that. And of course, it's a women's first podcast. It asked about him and his fathership. Of course, he has a couple of daughters. I think the youngest one is now entering school.
Yes.
She's in college right now. I can't remember what school she goes to. Of course, I guarantee it's probably Atlanta based.
Yeah. Shout out.
So his daughter Deja, and he's talking about dating and stuff for her. He's like, well, as a father, I feel this, and it goes to a place where, as a man, I don't think you should feel comfortable talking about it as a man.
I agree.
They ask him something like, how are you talking about sex with his daughter? How you doing that? He's like, within the conversation, he takes her to the gynecologist for yearly checkups, however she needs to go. And they were like, okay, when I go there, I asked the doctor, like, hey, check downstairs, make sure that thing, the hymen is still all together. And it's like, bruh, like, I know that's your daughter, fam, but
that's horrible.
That's a little too much.
That's horrible.
And also, like, I'll be real with you, as him being a father of his daughter, I really feel like that's your thought of what you need to do.
Okay.
Because you're a father.
Yeah.
But at some point there is a line. I don't know how you feel. How do you feel about it, just before we go further into it?
I will let any parent parent their kid how they want to. You know, that's your kid. I'm not going to tell you how to raise kids. I don't have kids. I don't plan on having kids for a long time. And when I do, they probably will be with multiple women and ex-wives. So I really don't plan on teaching anybody on
you
that.
You plan on being a Caribbean dad?
What's up?
What?
Huh?
Oh.
Did that just come out naturally? Did that just flow out of my mouth naturally? Huh?
Oh, the way the ease it flowed out your mouth is what got me worried.
Yeah, I know. It's like I've been practicing that, right? Like,
let's continue on with the story.
Yeah. So, I mean, 5 ex-wives or not, it's just like I can't tell T.I. how to raise his kids. So it does bother me though, you know, just as like we live in that day and age where there's a lot of women empowerment and women independence and things like that. But even more important, we live in like that day and age where we're trying to end the misogyny, you know, and just anything that has like bad toxic traits of that. And that's essentially what this kind of is, I guess, you know, like a father worried about the sexual activity of his daughter.
Which at the end of the day, you can't stop it.
Yeah, you can't. And that's where I think is the issue. I grew up around that idea of like, if you restrict something from somebody and you extremely make it known that they're not supposed to do it, they're going to do it.
Well, let's be real honest. Like when we talk about restricting people's opportunity to do whatever they're gonna do, I feel like honestly, she's so famous.
Yeah,
like she's been on TV since she was like 10.
It's crazy.
And like remember I told you about Domani? Like we've seen these kids grow up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's insane. So it's like you think about that process of that they went through for growth. Like it's one of the things where you look at it and like, man, people have been like, oh man, I might get a chance to meet her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's been their thought process about her for a very long time.
But I mean, it's not even that. Even if she wasn't famous, even if she was just an 18-year-old girl coming out of high school, going into college, that's normal as hell in America.
Let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you, when I was in college as a freshman, for a football player, we were helping the dorms move in.
Oh, you was a football player. Okay.
Yeah, I was an athlete.
Okay.
Athlete.
Okay.
And so, let's be real, like as a young male in these college situations, we do tend to be hormone driven.
Absolutely. That's all y'all got. That's how y'all got famous.
Yeah. It's pretty much the roid rage and people just, working out. So we in these situations and like we're moving these girls in and one of the guys on the team screams out the window, "Give us your daughters."
Oh my God.
So like,
oh my God.
Parents are literally taking these kids.
Oh no.
Yes.
I'm disturbed.
So I'm just explaining, like she's in college.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the mindset of young men in that situation.
Absolutely. And
let alone football players.
You're talking about football players, freshmen in college. We're talking about T.I.
Exactly.
Like, bro, you know what you was doing at that age.
Exactly.
You know what age you was really getting into that. We all saw ATL, the movie.
Yeah.
So my whole point is,
we all wanted some new.
We love new. Okay.
Yes.
So there's gonna be somebody that's gonna
all respect to Nipsey Hussle.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. For real. Yeah, we just make a little joke, but
yeah,
and respect to her. We love her. But at the end of the day, T.I., somebody is gonna snatch the chain off of your daughter, just like you did in Atlanta. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, so you gotta understand that's just nature. So like, I think that's where it's just like weird to me. At the end of the day, like again, I'm not gonna tell anybody how to raise their kid. But when you're a celebrity and you have admitted to this on an interview,
that type of behavior, the previous behavior you've done, then that type of
you're already on the hot seat, T.I.
Yeah, and just continue with the story.
Mm-hmm.
There was a knee-jerk reaction because they were laughing about the whole concept of T.I. questioning the doctor.
Yes,
his daughter is of age; she's 18.
18.
So they apologized. And later, T.I. went. I don't think T.I. thinks he needs to apologize.
No.
But they later apologized. They ended up taking down the podcast episode of this, so you can't find the audio.
It's crazy
anywhere.
It's crazy.
But it's internet, so people have already
go on Twitter.
Got the video.
Go on Reddit
of the YouTube video.
You'll find it.
You'll find it. So it's just one of the things where as males, it's another thing as a male we kind of gotta be wary about.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like as a parent, he was really worried. He's caring for his daughter in a different way.
Yeah.
Which like, hey babe. No, I mean, I wish you don't do this, or that. Hey, is she all good down there?
Nah, but
there's a line crossed.
That's to me where the communication is wrong. And shouts to my boy Casey Kirsting tuning in. I see you watching it on the chat. Let me know your opinions on this T.I. situation, man, because I know you're a proud father. I know you're a proud father as well, man. Shouts to you and respect to you. But I think it's just one of those things to me where it's a communication mistake.
Yeah.
And as somebody, like, I'm a nerd with the word communication. I got my bachelor's degree in communication. I always brag about it.
Talk that.
Because I love communication. And
that.
You could break so many things down, how things are right and how things are wrong. So I think with T.I., it's like, just like you were saying, if you have an issue with your daughter,
take that up to her, or what would you do?
With her, of course. Like, it's not an issue, first of all, that you should have, but that's a different conversation. I'm not going to tell you how to parent your kid, but it should start with communication at first. It should be hey, little shawty, I don't really respect when you bring these gentlemen over to the elegant crib. He talk with like 7 syllables per word. So he's like, it's one of those, he has the vernacular and vocabulary for it. So I don't think he hasn't communicated to her about it, but that's where it just bothers me, because it's like, for somebody to do something like that, going to your gyno and really trying to check in on you like that, that to me tells me that you haven't had that conversation.
Well, I feel,
maybe it hasn't gone well.
Well, I feel like he has enough, but he asked in front of her, so I feel like
true.
So I feel like he has too many kids to not have had these conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You have Damani, you have
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
You have the what's the older girl name? The one who had
I don't know their names.
Well, she was fine too.
But no, besides even not just the fact that he has multiple kids, he is T.I. Like, if you know T.I., he's a very intellectual individual. So I would imagine he has this conversation with his kids. I agree with what you said.
Yeah, so maybe it's just a thing that he does when she has these checkups. Maybe he also was kind of saying it kind of jokingly. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's one of those murky situations.
Yeah. And that's where another thing with communication is, you should know your audience and where you're going and what type of things to say. You're on a podcast where, what was the name of it? Like Ladies Talk or something like that?
It was Ladies Like Us.
Ladies Like Us. Ladies Like Us. Like, you don't go on there and then go on talking about how I'm going to the gyno with my daughter. Like, and even if that's what you do and you're proud of it, again, that's you. But
there's a limit to what you say.
There's a limit, and know where your demographic, not your demographic, know how your message is going to be received on what platform that you're giving it. Like, I say this all the time, man. I'm somebody who loves giving rants and speeches and like really good in-depth debates and conversations.
Big facts.
But the thing is, if I see that, or if I start doing that on Twitter, you think that message is getting across the way it should be? Nah, people looking at me and they're like, bro, shut up, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me see another Kawhi meme or him going, hey.
Exactly.
Like, so that's all people want on Twitter, but that's because that's the platform. It's for more comedic stuff. I'm saying there is some serious stuff there too, but know your platform to where you can deliver a certain message. Like, for me, that's why I'm on Thursday Night School, which you can find out on
TKS.
Spotify. You know what I'm saying?
Apple Podcasts.
iTunes. You can also find us on Google Play.
You can also find us on YouTube, by the way. Just out the latest episode back there.
We did. So go ahead and search us, Thursday KNITE School. Nice little segue there.
Yeah, there we go.
But my point is, know your platform. And I feel like that to me was where I was a little bit like...
You lost.
Exactly. Like, you don't go on a women's talk show like that or podcast and then say something like that. And if you do, that's you. Like, UTI, like, at the end of the day, I got mad respect for you, bro. And I know if you see this clip, you're going to come after me. So I'm just...
With some big words.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the source and get your dictionary ready.
I'm talking about communication. He's like, I'll show you communication.
Exactly. But I'll tell you this. At what, if you don't feel like sharing, feel free not to share. At what age did your parents give you the talk?
Oh, man. I don't remember. I really don't.
But where's there a talk?
I can't remember, bro. And that's weird, because here's the thing. My father is like a really good father figure. Like, and I talk to him all about it all the time. Like, he's really done a lot of the father things. So I'd imagine it was in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I knew about it before I had the talk.
You was living fast.
I was, you know what I'm saying?
You was living fast, y'all.
Hey, y'all heard me. I'm trying to get multiple ex-wives. So
Jesus Christ.
My point is,
don't start the narrative.
Oh, hey, you got to put it in the universe and then let it come back.
Breathe. Okay.
All right, that's how it works.
All right.
But with my dad, I don't remember having that talk. Just being honest. I just remember maybe I had the talk and don't really remember it, and that's why I feel like I knew about stuff like that from a young age. But maybe it had to be around like 10, 11, 12 years old, if that much. You know what I mean? Wow. What about you?
All right. So I think I had the talk with my mom. I think I was like at 12, 11, right before like 6th grade.
Yeah, I was going to say right around 6th grade.
7th grade, which is different because, I think in Florida at that point, we had the school did 5th grade sex ed. Then 6th grade, I was like, okay, whatever they taught you, forget that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I was saying Like when they was like, oh, we're gonna put banana condoms on bananas. Like, so like my mom showed me the condom, talked about it. This is after she caught me looking at porn in the bookstore.
Oh man.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. That's rough. Ooh.
that magazine. My homeboy like, yeah, look at this magazine. I'm like, oh, whoa. Mom
Yeah.
like,
My sister
my
called me.
like, Carl, what are you looking at? I'm like,
But you wasn't like in the process.
No.
You was prepping. All right, good.
No,
yeah.
it was like at a book, like a Books A Million. And somebody, one of my friends like ripped open one of the porno mags. And was
oh
like,
man.
And they're like, yo, Carl, look at this. I'm like, okay. And then
man.
mom called me. So it was like,
ooh.
like, well, there's nothing wrong with the human body. Like, when we got home, that's
ooh.
got right into it.
It's an awkward moment, bro.
It's very awkward moment.
I remember my sister caught me. It wasn't anything new, but like kind of just like browsing through some like, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'm just on the site. They selling clothes, and I was like, oh,
no, she knew what was up. She knew what was up. But anyway, like at that point, we had a conversation, and having that structured conversation didn't involve her like, well, as a man, there's no real equivalent.
Yeah.
But it didn't involve her like, yo, Carl, you having sex? When you having sex, are you? Well, it was like, Carl, if you do this,
yeah.
Especially coming from a Caribbean family, like if you do this,
yeah,
just be safe. Here's what you need to be safe.
That's true.
And that was it. There was no need to follow up every year, month or so. So I feel like T.I.'s incessant need to be to kind of like, it's almost like a pat on the back for him every year.
And that's what's worse about it. Yeah. And that's where I brought in the fact of the whole misogyny thing, because you have this big women empowerment movement that's been going on for years and is not going anywhere. It's getting stronger.
But so I'll even take it outside of that.
No, but
you're talking about that specifically.
Okay? Yeah, I just bring it up just because it goes back to the whole know your communication, know your time type of thing. Even if that's how you feel, like you proud to check your daughter's hymen and make sure that nothing's going on or whatever, like
that's hers.
Yeah, like you're living in a day and age where it's women empowerment. So now you are blatantly coming out here, like you said, saying it kind of like a joking proud thing. So it's like, how is that coming across to today's society?
Not just today's society, but to her herself.
To her herself now. Now that sounds a little bit even worse. And I'm being honest, like I think we have kind of not mentioned her a lot, especially in like the Twitter gossip talk. And that's kind of where it's sad. Like you do kind of mention the fact that this is T.I.'s daughter we're talking about. And
so since you brought that, the online gossip talk, of course, Planned Parenthood weighed in on it.
Yeah.
Other female artists weighed in on this via Twitter. A lot of them. And Deja herself was actually liking some of the things that Planned Parenthood or other artists were saying about T.I.'s not need to have that feeling so just some of the facts about the hymen, whatever.
Yeah.
Or just some facts about that he doesn't need to know everything,
which is
the
truth.
As a parent, like I want that conversation. I don't have kids, by the way. Calm down. As a parent, I would want to have the open line of communication to where me and my daughter or son have a line to like say, "Hey, mom, dad, I let you know. Don't be mad. It's my first time." Or kids aren't going to tell you the first time.
No,
they're going to be able to like, I experienced this. I want that feeling of
level of
comfort.
Anything. It doesn't have to be their first time. It could be after their fifth time. It could be they ease into the conversation and all of a sudden we start acting like they've been having sex for a while. Daughter or son.
Yeah, I want to have that.
I don't care. However you feel comfortable bringing it up to me, that's where I feel happy.
Exactly.
Just the fact of know that I just want to be communicating with you honestly in my life, and then you communicate to me about your sex life however you want. That's cool.
Yeah,
like I feel like that's how it happened with my parents naturally, like especially with my mom's never gave me the talk, so I never just came up to her and was like, "Hey mom, I'm having sex," but like,
yeah, mom smashing,
like, "Hey mom," but eventually
the other day,
but it's just like after a while, she sees me bringing home girls, she sees me dressing up nicer, keeping myself up more clean. She's like,
the hair gel got more expensive.
You know what I'm saying? Well, it was the hair gel, the mousse, and the hairspray. I was like, dang, you stacking like one for different.
Then the cologne started.
Yeah, oh man, one for different type of every race of women. So
oh god,
multiple ex-wives. My point in saying this is that it's a natural thing, I think, and that's how it should happen. And the way he made it sound, and again, let me reiterate this: I don't want to tell you how to parent your kid.
Big facts.
Whether you TI or whether you're not, but when you go on a podcast that's a ladies' podcast and you're talking about looking at your daughter's hymen and checking that, whether you're joking, whether you're not, whether you're serious, whether you're not, it doesn't look good for you. And this is why the reaction is so strong, because it just seems like it would, you don't seem the issue.
Yeah, you don't see the why it's a big thing. Why is this becoming a conversation piece?
So I mean, at the end of the day, I love T.I. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen from really this, but I do think that hopefully there's an apology, or not apology, man, like just something where he comes out here and just drops his intellectual words and just makes us go like, oh, okay, yeah, we remember you're T.I.
So I'll say this about this T.I. Expeditiously, you need to have first off a conversation with your daughter, because I think she obviously will feel some type of way about this whole situation, and then make sure you have a conversation with your family. Make sure they understand where you're coming from, and then to the greater community. It's good that black fathers are being there.
Yeah,
T.I. is a very good example of a great black
amazing father.
But
amazing.
We all not perfect.
That's true.
So
please, let's remind ourselves that we all not perfect, and I think that's where I really don't mind it, because T.I. could back from this. T.I. is the type of person that could take the smoke, especially about being a parent. He'll take that smoke and he'll be like, yeah, man,
all day.
He's like, y'all don't know me. Like, get the hell out of here. So shout out to my boy Casey. He did tune in and chime in a little bit. He said certain things need to be kept private, but it seems celebrities tell every damn thing in the world. I feel like that's true.
Very much so true.
You know, in today's day and age.
Also, if any topic we're bringing up today, please chime in the chat. We want to know what you, our followers, our listeners, want to have a conversation. If you ever want to watch us live every Thursday, 8 p.m., Fly at Night, our like page on Facebook, or me and Trini's like pages on Facebook. DJ, the Don DJ Spotted, and Trini D. They're separate like pages, but our main like page together is Fly at Night.
Like us, share the link, watch us. We was talking about how I had, different types of hair gel and mousse. My boy Casey also said, can't forget the fresh tapes he used to give me.
How hard was it to give him the headline up with all this gel in his hair?
Yo, he killed it. Nah, I think back when he cut my hair, bro, I was in ROTC. So
high and tight.
I had the number one all around.
All around.
Yeah, number two all around, bro. So I had that real short.
Trini was in ROTC?
For 2 years, man, in high school.
What branch was it?
Navy. NJROTC. Yeah, Navy.
I can't imagine you in ROTC.
Yo, and nobody can, bro. I was killing
I can't imagine that.
I ended in MCPO, which was Master Chief of my platoon, and they wanted me to make me like a bigger thing for my junior year of high school. And I remember going to them and I was like, nah. So
you was done after that?
It was just like I wanted to grow a beard. Like I didn't want to wear a uniform every Wednesday. It was to the point where I was inspecting people.
Oh, you had.
Yeah, no, I was up there, but like I was doing a horrible job of it. Cause like for me, like if somebody's like, yo, it's a 1/4 inch off, do 10 push-ups. I'm like, oh man. But for anybody, it's like, yo, you 1/4 inch off, but you my dog. I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. Like I was horrible. Like
if you give me that much authority, 50 push-ups every time I see you violate.
It was horrible, man. Like it wasn't like there was no fairness to it. Like it was bad.
Trust me. So when they gave me power at football camps for these kids,
different story though, because football is something where you can grow a beard.
But no, I was like, I'm talking about the level of authority when people get out of line at football camps, and I was over their station.
Yeah, you gotta set them up. Yeah.
Oh, I was
put them in their place,
bro. I was gassing them. Like, oh my god, burpees right now, 25.
Speaking of football, something you probably couldn't eat when you was playing football. Did you eat a lot of Popeyes when you was playing football?
I try to sneak it.
You try to sneak it in, right?
Yeah,
on your cheat days?
Well, I could eat, but it's just like I could eat it, but then I just know that the grease and the workouts and the
it doesn't sit well.
Yeah.
I agree.
On the weekends.
Yeah, when you don't work out.
Yeah,
when you're not training. Yo, and that's crazy because I just started working out a lot, and that's what you start to feel when you work out.
You feel the grease.
You just feel the grease, yeah.
It makes you just feel really slow.
Extremely sluggish, especially if you're on the treadmill or do something really sweaty. You're just like, I can't do that.
I feel like it makes your sweat sweatier.
I feel like it makes it smell like the food you ate.
Oh,
and I get mad embarrassed because I'll be running around like, yo, you smell that chicken? Like, that's spicy.
All right. Did you get the first time around? This is your first time or second time around?
I didn't get it the first time around.
So you got, guys, if you ain't seen this man's Instagram story,
check out my Instagram. I got the plug, Popeyes chicken. I got 25 a gram. I got 30 for the spicy. If you want 3 for the low.
Listen, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
And you know what's funny? I put that on my story, and like a couple of my coworkers came up to me and was just like, ha, ha, ha. And I was like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
if
like, you know.
My homegirl was literally just like, yo, I could have took a dime bag of it. And I was like, I was like, yeah,
so many potheads in this.
Yeah, I was like, yo, like, I was like, this is work. I was like, that's what that smell was.
I know I remember I can hang out with you.
Yeah, you know, you were cool for a reason. But it was hilarious because I did post it on my IG. I had one of my coworkers who works at Popeyes. He actually brought in 4 sandwiches today.
Yeah.
But we were mad because
how many people did you have to split it with?
Well, first of all, not everybody ate. Let's just be real. All right, some people just had to go home. That's it. But we had the 4 sandwiches were cutting the 4 pieces, so that's 16 people right there. Right. And then our boss, she ain't getting none, so our
you gotta make the boss happy.
Coworker, like he's that type of guy. He was like, all right, I'll come back later, and he sure enough did. At the end of the day, came back with 2 more sandwiches, but it was like not legit because he made his own spicy mayo.
Oh, that don't count.
And he was like, he's like, this is better and spicier. But I'm like, no, I want the official. Like, I was like, I know it's good. I'm sure it is.
Now your vote on the sandwich is vote veto.
Yeah, it's like
your vote doesn't matter.
The variables have been off. Like, I have no proper judgment. I'm biased as hell. But long story short, I had a little quarter piece. I wanted to really be, be a color folk and, try and grab a couple more, you know what I'm saying?
Get slide a couple more slides.
You know what I'm saying? No.
Make your little take home
just start doing like, deals with people on the side. Be like, hey, man, I know you like that piece, right? But how do you like your family alive?
Oh, whoa. Yeah. That's some cartel talk.
Well, I can guarantee they'll be alive.
Calm down.
You can guarantay me you give me that piece.
Calm down with the cartel talk, my brother. Calm down.
Well, we'll get into that because we know what happened with that sandwich.
Oh,
but,
man.
I had a quarter piece, and I'll be honest with you, man. Just from that 2.5 bites that I had, I can maybe see what the commotion was for. Okay. You know what I mean? I can maybe see what the commotion was for.
Understand my takeaway from the sandwich.
Your takeaway was the perfect takeaway in terms of the sauce, in terms of like how big it was, in terms of just it being dry. Another thing that was brought to my attention is that sandwich from Popeyes is 942 calories. I'm good, bro. You need 2,000 in a day. You're telling me one sandwich alone, not even the fries or soda, is 942? I'm Gucci, bro. But
that's why you only have it once in every blue moon.
That's why you cut into 4 pieces, and that 1/4 that I had was still.
I just thought about something even fire for that sandwich. But let you finish first.
Okay. So I had it. I thought it was good. I don't think still though it competes with Chick-fil-A. I think the only reason it beats Chick-fil-A is because, like my boy Dose of Kanye says, you want Chick-fil-A closed on a Sunday. So when you on a Sunday, you want a chicken sandwich, well, let's go get the Popeyes. But I bet you it's going to be packed, so get there early.
I'll tell you this. Now that it's a regular menu item.
For how long? We don't know.
We don't know. But I will tell you this. Just as soon as you were talking about, I was like, bro, if they just had, because they don't make the chicken spicy.
Okay.
Give me the barbecue chicken, the barbecue sauce.
On it?
No. I'll take the Whataburger barbecue sauce.
Oh, you're going to a different brand. Whew.
Whew. And Whataburger has a chicken sandwich, by the way. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've had it before.
Good.
It's actually good.
Let's be real. They can give you spicy ketchup at Whataburger that you can't get anywhere else.
I've never even heard of that. That's legit. Damn.
So Whataburger, dang. The fact is Orlando don't have any Whataburgers. So
I was like, you preaching to the wrong demographics.
So now I'm mad because Orlando. I want a patty melt so bad. I need a patty melt.
Yeah, he's serious over here, guys.
I need a patty melt.
He's for real. I've been there once. It's cool.
What you dissing Whataburger?
No, I'm not.
We gotta have problems in the studio.
I know they sponsor us. You know what I'm saying? I know they're giving us
have some respect.
Yeah, so I
have some respect.
I got respect for the sponsors. But they need to come here, bro. It's like they really do need to come here. Like I feel like if you go to the West Coast, they're probably marketing like crazy right now.
No, let me put it this way: we have a Culver's.
Yeah,
one Culver's in Orlando.
Yeah,
and there's not one. And Whataburger is a southeast.
We getting there.
Staple.
We getting there.
Culver's is like from West Coast. But anyway, I'm glad you had a chance to get a bootleg Popeyes burger.
Yeah, it was literally on the low. Like my man came in there like, "Hey, I got you."
Yeah, self-made.
Special sauce.
You know what happened? He walked into his Popeyes, cooked the sandwiches, and just dipped.
Bagged it out and just walked right out. You see that man by the sauce packet just like he's like, "Hey, Rose, can I get a couple? I'm off the clock."
That's probably exactly what happened.
Like, there go Rose making his chicken sandwiches.
But that's good. That's good. You had a chance to take part of the phenomenon. I feel like you've seen people like people got stabbed over chicken
crazy
sandwich.
over it, man.
People crashed their cars over chicken sandwich.
Literally 2 days ago, somebody, I believe it was Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was Baltimore.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He got fatally stabbed for it, man. And like, so first and foremost, rest in peace. Like, there's so many jokes about it, and I don't think people are like desensitizing it. I just think they're kind of really trying to make light of the moment of the fact that this should not be happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this should not be happening. And I think the way it happened was exactly how you think it happened, man. Somebody cut in front of the line and somebody didn't like that and was like, hey, you cut in line.
But it's Popeyes. Can you be surprised?
No, I'm saying you can't.
It happening anywhere else.
You can't be surprised at all. You cannot be surprised. And my whole point is, please go and watch the Boondocks episode if you have not watched it by now. Like, I'm sure you've seen it from the first chicken sandwich release, that people posting all these clips of Riley and people posting all these memes. Like,
that's exactly what happened.
It is exactly what happened. Like, oh my god,
down to the point where your homeboy is bringing sandwiches to you. Yes.
Oh my gosh. And rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
Yeah. By the way,
we talked about that last week. Rest in peace, Pops. I'm telling you, the whole predicament from that show that they did, it exactly depicts how this happened. So go watch that episode if you haven't. But to the person that got fatally stabbed, man, like, that's really sad, man.
It's to the point now with these sandwiches that people are climbing through the drive-through windows, mad that they ran out of sandwiches. People are
throwing bowls. Like,
I can't fathom you being mad that they have no more chicken sandwiches.
Like, that's sad.
You're gonna fight people because they literally ran out of the product that people are standing outside waiting for, and like, the line has been there since all morning.
Legit.
Are you mad that they ran out?
My whole point is, what do you think is gonna happen if they say that I ran out and you are like, no, I want my effing chicken, and you start throwing bowls? Because I've seen it happen at the drive-through, like you said, hopping out their car, jumping into the window. I've seen it happen in the lobby when you go to dine in, and people jumping over the counter,
actually tearing up the counter,
making a mess and stuff like that. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, you going to jail.
Like, what do you think is like? It baffles me. Like, okay, I get maybe you're angry. Okay.
Yeah, but you angry for it, but logically it makes no sense.
Logically it makes no sense, but in terms of Americans, I get if you're angry. It became
a complete N-word moment to talk about Boondocks.
Watch Boondocks. Watch Boondocks. Like, that's my point. Like, if I could fathom and somewhat comprehend you getting angry, okay, you're acting in a tantrum-like manner, right?
Yes.
My point is, even when 5-year-olds have tantrums, they're screaming, running around, and crying. This is usually for something that's like,
there's a point to it.
There's a point to it. Like, you won't give me my candy, but the reason is I want the candy and you should give it to me, and you're my parent and I need to get it, and I don't understand this hierarchy. Like, you're so confused and like you're throwing a tantrum. That's what it is for.
Yeah.
What is the reason?
You're a grown person.
When you're a grown person and you are mad that they are telling you a logical sentence, I'm sorry, man, we have ran out of our chicken sandwiches.
And there's a Chick-fil-A down the street.
Oh my God. Like, it's that Cardi B meme. Like, what was the reason?
Yeah,
like,
what was the reason?
I don't get it. Like, it baffles me, bro. Like, you going to jail.
Yeah.
You going to jail.
In front of your family and kids.
In front of your family kids. You're getting viral from it.
Yes.
So anybody that knows you.
The bad kind of viral.
Yeah, the bad kind of viral.
Yeah.
So anybody that knows you or may see you if you have a distinct face.
You might lose your job.
You might lose your job over it. Definitely not gonna get that chicken sandwich, which is like what you throwing a tantrum for.
Be banned from all Popeyes.
Yeah, all Popeyes got a picture of your face on it. Got that facial recognition now that they can afford it with these chicken sandwich sales. But my point is just, it's ridiculous how we see examples like this. Like, we have really, really seen America at its worst. You know what I mean? And like, you talk about it being an N-word moment, and like, that is a good reference to Boondocks, but I've seen the worst white people doing this too.
Oh man.
I've seen just like the worst and worst of each race.
Well, there's a word for that too, but
yeah, exactly. So my whole point. Whew,
it's also a biscuit.
Oh my God. My whole point is, you got to stop being the worst of the worst. And it makes me just really think that some of these conspiracy theories might be true.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, where do they put in the chicken? Or like, oh, they just doing this so America can get a little bit of release. Yeah, put a little crack in it.
Yeah,
It makes me believe it, because like, it's either the Boondocks predicted the future.
Yeah.
Which they have multiple times.
Yes.
So I'm not denying that, but this is the way I see it. It's either the Boondocks predicted the future correctly, or they sprinkling some crack in that Popeye sandwich, because people are going crazy over it. And I think that it's bringing out the worst in people. And America, you got to do better. Let me just stop it there. America, please do better.
Big facts.
But also try the sandwich. It's pretty good, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's pretty dope.
Ain't gonna lie at all. I'll also tell you this, brother. Before we get out here, we're gonna try to keep it short because we got things we got to do.
Yeah,
Did you get a chance to listen to the Rod Wave album?
I did not, man.
Trust me. Florida product from St. Pete. Has a couple. I think he has a couple prior projects out to this. Album's named Ghetto Gospel. If you're under my power of my voice, please take a look to a chance to listen to it. It's a very powerful album. His voice is so, you can hear the pain in his voice when he's singing. And he's a rapper, singer. And the thing about him is that he takes his time to craft a story. Even though the songs are a lot of songs are less than 2 minutes. He's been co-signed by E40, co-signed by Kevin Gates, on tour right now with Kevin Gates, the I'm Him tour. He's actually performing tonight at the fairgrounds.
Shout out. That's right down the street.
So shout out to him.
Shouts to Rod Wave.
So Rod Wave, I want you when you get a chance to listen to it, brother, we're gonna have a conversation. Of course, you know I'm my annoyance about the short songs nowadays.
Yeah, but I mean, I've heard great things about this album besides from you too. I've heard a lot of people giving good respect to it. Ghetto Gospel, that's a Tupac song if I'm not mistaken. Like,
I believe so.
So like, just if it's anything like that vibe, which I'm sure he knew that's kind of what he was referencing. Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna love this, man. And shouts to Florida hometown, man.
Well, once again, he's a Florida product, so this is a Florida podcast. I want everybody to go out right now, stream that album, Ghetto Gospel. All by the way, our boy Glock 9 had an album, by the way, released through Cash Money Records. So
shout out.
Support Glock 9, Orlando product. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so hell yeah, man.
Orlando, Florida, Central Florida, Miami, Florida, North Florida. We're doing a lot of big things right now, especially in the game. So we'll do more requests and responses, and we're going to definitely be bringing more artists to come on up here on our platform to share the platform with us and tell you about their music. This is what this platform was built for. So we'll let you know, next week we actually have Mouse, who's in Orlando, was one of the last people featured in the Ozone magazine back in the day.
Shout out.
Went to school at FAMU. I've known him since he went to FAMU in Tallahassee. So he's going to be on up here with us. His songs are pretty dope. He's a very different style of artist. He actually one of the road managers for Badass Becky. That's her rap name. Okay. I'm not cursing. That's a rap name.
Okay.
So he actually has a different perspective on it. He's also been in a movie with J-Lo.
Nice.
Shout out. I think it's what was the lady in the murder TV show? How to commit murder TV show.
How to commit murder TV show?
Yeah, I think it's not. Her name's something V. But he's been in.
How to get away with murder?
How to get away with murder? Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Viola Davis?
Yeah, he's been in a movie with Viola Davis and J-Lo. So he has a different perspective on how to move in the music game. So he'll be out here next Thursday. So everybody, please stay tuned in. We had a great conversation today. Even though it's been short,
we got this.
Great conversation, of course. Here. Each and every Thursday is right here with DJ Trinity. Of course, I'm your host, DJ Spot of the Dawn. Of course, I'm going to turn to do it's DJ
Trini D. They call me Trini D. This has been Thursday Night School. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Remember, stream us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Let's go.
Yeah.